Welcome back to Amazing Australia. Today we're visiting the stunning South Australian coastline and taking a ride on the historic Cockle train, running between Victor Harbor and Goolwa. Buckle up for scenic views, some railway history, and a front row seat to how this iconic train operates. The Cockle train has been delighting passengers since the 1850s. Today, it's a must-do heritage train experience. It's one of the most popular heritage train rides in Australia, attracting thousands of visitors each year.
Hello.
It was originally used by settlers traveling to Goolwa to collect cockles from the shores, hence the name. The train is operated by the Steam Ranger Heritage Railway, with passionate volunteers maintaining and running the service. It is part of the Steam Ranger network, which stretches over 80 kilometers between Victor Harbor and Mount Barker. This journey follows South Australia's oldest steel-railed railway, built way back in 1854. The Cockle train often features heritage steam engines, giving passengers an authentic 19th century railway experience. Ever wondered how a steam locomotive works? The engine burns coal to heat water, creating steam that powers the pistons.
Just reversing the flow of steam through the cylinder.
Right, okay.
So you see the little cylinders right at the front?
Yeah.
That's where all the power comes from.
Gotcha.
Everything else is work created to make steam to go through those little cylinders to make the wheels.
Gotcha.
It's a fascinating mix of fire, water, and pure mechanics. At the end of the line, whether at Victor Harbor or Goolwa, the Cockle train steam locomotive must detach and reposition for the return journey. This maneuver is a fascinating process that showcases the mechanics of heritage rail travel. Then the crew guides it onto a siding track. From there, the locomotive slowly makes its way along a separate rail path to the opposite end of the train, where it is carefully recoupled to the carriages.
This requires incredible.
The process involves careful alignment, where the crew ensures the locomotive is perfectly positioned before the couplers lock into place with a firm clank. Once secured, the train undergoes a final safety check, the engineer sounds the steam whistle, and the train is ready to roll again. Watching this maneuver up close is a real treat for rail enthusiasts, offering a glimpse into the skill and precision behind operating a heritage steam train. Come along and experience this unforgettable adventure with us. The cabins on board the Cockle train offer a charming step back in time with their vintage railway charm. Inside, you'll find a mix of wooden bench and leather seats, polished brass fittings, and large windows perfect for enjoying the scenic coastal views. The carriages are restored heritage cars, keeping the feel of classic train travel alive. Some feature open-air sections, letting you fully experience the sights, sounds, and even the scent of steam from the locomotive. Whether you're seated in a cozy enclosed carriage or enjoying the fresh ocean breeze, the ride feels like a journey through history.
Your attention,
Only
please.
one more return
Steam
service after
Ranger's
this.
Cockle train is now ready for departure. For your own safety, please stand behind the white line. Ensure prams and wheelchairs are safely secured with brakes locked. As the train departs, please supervise your children
Bloody good,
and
I just
remain
poked down
behind
at
the
the
white
same
line at all times. Thank you.
Click the link above to watch the full video of our journey from Victor Harbor to Goolwa. This is what train travel used to feel like. The rhythmic chug of the engine, the scent of aged wood, and the excitement of the journey ahead. The views along the way are absolutely breathtaking. The route offers stunning ocean views, with parts of the journey running right along the cliffs overlooking the Southern Ocean. If you're lucky, you might even spot southern right whales migrating along the coastline in the winter months. This stretch between Victor Harbor and Goolwa is one of the most picturesque railway journeys in Australia. You've got dramatic ocean views on one side and lush countryside on the other. As the Cockle train winds its way between Victor Harbor and Goolwa, passengers are treated to a scenic blend of lush countryside, rolling farmlands, and charming rural homes. Beyond the dramatic coastal cliffs, the landscape transitions into green pastures dotted with grazing sheep and cattle, showcasing the rich agricultural heritage of the region. For true train enthusiasts, the first cabin of the Cockle train holds a special secret. This exclusive spot puts you right up front near the engine, offering an unmatched view of the steam locomotive in action. With enclosed railings, you'll feel the rumble of the train, hear the powerful chug of the engine, and experience the thrill of riding at the front. As the train winds along the coast, you'll breathe in the fresh ocean air, feel the cool sea breeze, and take in panoramic views of the coastline. It's the ultimate way to experience the Cockle train, making you feel like part of the locomotive crew on this historic railway journey. The Cockle train makes stops at Middleton and Port Elliot, two charming coastal towns with great beaches and historic buildings. But we're staying on board for the full experience. The station at Port Elliot was originally a major seaport, but after several shipwrecks, Victor Harbor took over as the main port. And here we are at Goolwa, a town rich in riverboat history and a perfect spot to explore. Whether you're here for the scenery, the history, or just a good old-fashioned train ride, the Cockle train delivers. The Cockle train typically has a 30-minute stopover at Goolwa station, allowing passengers a brief period to explore the immediate vicinity before the return journey to Victor Harbor. During this time you can explore the Goolwa Wharf precinct. This area is a short walk from the station and offers a glimpse into Goolwa's rich maritime history, with heritage buildings, boutique shops, and art galleries. You can also visit the Steam Exchange Brewery located on the wharf. This brewery offers a selection of craft beers brewed on site. There are also several cafes and eateries nearby where you can grab a light snack or refreshment before boarding the train. Before planning your trip, it's advisable to check the Steam Ranger Heritage Railway timetable for return train schedules to ensure a smooth and enjoyable visit. While waiting for the journey back to Victor Harbor, we stayed on board exploring the beautifully restored train cars. Walking through the vintage carriages, we admired the classic wooden interiors, peeked into the conductor's area, and soaked in the nostalgic charm of this historic railway. If you prefer a more extended visit, consider returning on a later train to allow ample time to explore attractions such as the paddle steamer Oscar W, where you can experience a cruise along the Murray River on this historic vessel. For automobile enthusiasts, you can visit the Goolwa Motor Museum. This museum showcases a collection of classic cars. You can also visit the local art galleries like Artworks and Art at Goolwa and discover works by regional artists. On the way back to Victor Harbor, we settled inside the vintage train cars, taking in the breathtaking coastal views through the large windows. The gentle sway of the train and the distant hum of the steam engine made the experience even more immersive, transporting us to the golden age of rail travel. The rhythmic chug of the locomotive and the soft rush of the ocean breeze created a soothing backdrop as we watched the sandy shores and sparkling waters drift by. It was the perfect way to savor the beauty of the journey one last time. Click the link above to watch the full video of our journey from Goolwa to Victor Harbor. As the Cockle train approached Victor Harbor Station, the coastal town's familiar sights came into view, marking the end of our incredible journey. The engine's steady chug slowed, and the whistle sounded one final time, echoing across the landscape. Through the windows, we had a glimpse of the lively esplanade and the shimmering ocean stretching beyond. With a gentle roll, the train pulled into the station, steam hissing as it came to a smooth stop. Though the ride had ended, the memories of breathtaking coastal views, vintage rail charm, and the thrill of the journey would linger long after we stepped off the carriage. Have you ever taken a ride on the Cockle train? Share your experience in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey, give us a like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, what do you think about the exciting ride on the Cockle train? Until next time, happy travels!